I moved into the house because it was cheap. Unnaturally cheap for a 3-story home with a full basement and no visible damage. The realtor never smiled during the tour. When I asked about the price, she hesitated, fingers tightening around her clipboard. "The previous owner left things behind," she said quietly. That was all she offered. The first night, the house felt hollow. Every sound echoed, pipes ticking, floorboards sighing under their own weight. It didn't feel abandoned. It felt vacant, like something had stepped out only moments before I arrived. I found the box in the basement. The air down there was colder than the rest of the house, heavy with dust and the smell of rusted metal. Against the far wall sat a cardboard box, perfectly centered, untouched by moisture or decay. Inside were VHS tapes, dozens of them. No labels, no handwriting, just identical black cassettes stacked neatly, facing the same direction. They looked prepared, like an offering. Curiosity won. I bought an old VCR from a thrift store the next day and hooked it up in the basement. When I inserted the first tape, the machine whined loudly, as if protesting. Static filled the screen. Then, the image stabilized. A living room appeared. My living room. Every detail was exact. The couch, the crooked lamp, the faint crack in the wall I hadn't bothered to fix yet. The footage was grainy, warped at the edges, colors bleeding unnaturally. A timestamp blinked in the corner. 1994. The camera didn't move. It just watched. Minutes passed. Hours. The room stayed empty. No sound but faint tape hiss. I fast-forwarded. That's when someone stepped into frame. It was me. Not similar, not close. Me, wearing the same clothes I had on that day, same posture, same exhaustion etched into my face. The figure stood perfectly still, staring directly into the camera. Then it smiled. Not a human smile. Too slow. Too deliberate. I ripped the tape out and shut everything off. Shut. That night, I woke to a mechanical whirring sound. The VCR was running. Static drifted up through the floorboards like distant breathing. My stomach twisted as I crept downstairs. The basement TV glowed pale blue. A different tape was playing. It showed my bedroom. The angle was wrong. High up in the corner, near the ceiling. I was asleep in the bed, chest rising and falling softly. The timestamp flickered, unstable. Then it changed. Live feed. Something shifted behind the camera. In the mirror across from my bed, a reflection appeared. A tall, thin shape bent at impossible angles. Its face blurred and distorted, as if the tape itself refused to record it properly. On the screen, it leaned down toward my sleeping body. I ran upstairs, screaming. My bedroom was empty. The bed was still warm. From downstairs, the VCR clicked as the tape stopped. Behind me, something exhaled. Static scraped against my ear, and whatever had been watching me finally didn't need the screen anymore. Channel 37 didn't exist anymore. At least, that's what the internet said. But every night at exactly 12:17 a.m., my TV turned itself on. The screen flickered, adjusting to an old public access broadcast. A grainy title card appeared. "Good evening, neighbors." A man stood behind a desk. His smile was too wide, frozen like it had been held for decades. His eyes never blinked. "Tonight," he said, his voice warped and echoing, "we will discuss safety." The screen cut to footage of my street. Not a similar street. My street. The camera slowly zoomed in on my house. The man's voice returned. "If you're watching this program, it means you're awake. That is good. Those who sleep are harder to warn." The footage switched again. Now it was my front door. Someone was standing outside it. The man smiled wider. Do not open your door for anyone you do not recognize. There was a knock. I froze. The TV crackled. You do not recognize them, do you? The knocking continued, slow and deliberate. The broadcast cut to a distorted emergency alert screen. The text glitched violently. Do not turn off the television. Do not answer the door. The knocking stopped. The screen returned to the man. Unfortunately, he said calmly, you have already been seen. The camera feed changed one final time. It was inside my house. Behind me. The screen went black. A reflection stared back from the glass, and something else stood just over my shoulder. The TV didn't turn back on. The room was silent. No hum, no static, no distant broadcast signal. Just my own breathing, shallow and uneven. I didn't dare turn around. The black screen reflected too much already. The shape behind my shoulder was still there, stretched and wrong, its outline flickering like a bad signal struggling to hold form. Then, the television clicked. The screen lit up again, brighter than before. The man was gone. Instead, the camera showed my living room from above. The angle tilted slightly, as if mounted where no camera should be. I stood frozen in the center of the frame, staring at the TV. Behind me, the shape leaned closer. A caption appeared at the bottom of the screen. Thank you for participating. The man's voice returned, no longer calm. You did very well, it said. You stayed awake. I felt something brush my ear. Cold, dry, humming faintly, like electrical interference. The TV volume rose on its own, filling the room with static and whispers layered beneath it. You are safe now, the voice continued. We will warn the others. The screen cut to another house, another street, another front door. The TV shut off. Behind me, the humming stopped. But Channel 37 still turns on every night at 12:17 a.m. And now, sometimes, I see my own face behind the desk, smiling, unblinking, telling my neighbors not to open their doors. The tape was found in a box labeled School Materials, 1987. The opening jingle was cheerful, distorted by age. Bright shapes bounced across the screen as a narrator spoke in an overly friendly tone. Hello, children. Today we're going to learn how to behave when no one is watching. A cartoon classroom appeared. The children had no faces, just smooth, pale ovals. Rule 1 appeared in bold letters. Always sit still. The screen cut to a real classroom. Empty. Desks lined up perfectly. A clock ticked loudly. The narrator continued. Sometimes you may feel like you are being watched. This is normal. The camera slowly panned to the corner of the room. Something tall stood there, barely visible in the static. Its shape flickered in and out, as if the tape itself couldn't hold it. Rule 2 appeared. Do not acknowledge them. The film became darker with each rule. The children in the cartoons began disappearing between cuts. Chairs moved when the camera wasn't looking. Rule 5. If you hear your name, it is too late. That's when the narrator said my name. Perfectly, clearly. The final scene showed a child sitting alone in a classroom. The tall figure leaned down behind them, its face finally visible. Too detailed, too real. The narrator whispered, "Good children, stay quiet." The tape ended. Behind me, the room was silent. Then I heard breathing that didn't belong to me, and something patiently waiting for me to break the rules. I didn't move. The breathing behind me was slow and measured, as if counting the seconds between my thoughts. The room felt smaller, the air heavier. My muscles burned as I held myself still, terrified that even blinking might be considered disobedience. Then the television turned on again, No jingle this time. No colors. Just a black screen with white text slowly typing itself out. Rule 6. Good children do not turn around. The breathing grew closer. I could feel it now. Cold air brushing the back of my neck. The faint smell of dust and old paper. Something shifted, joints cracking softly, lowering itself to my height. The narrator's voice returned, no longer cheerful. "You're doing so well," it whispered. "Most children fail much sooner." Another line appeared on the screen. Rule 7. Good children do not scream. My name was spoken again, right beside my ear. Not from the TV. A hand, too long, fingers bent the wrong way, rested on my shoulder. The screen flickered to life one final time, showing a classroom with one empty desk labeled with my name. The narrator sighed happily. "Class is full," it said. The TV went dark. The breathing stopped. And I finally understood why the rules were never meant to protect the children. They were meant to keep them ready.